It's very important in films that are thematic that one commits to the theme, and when you commit to it, it occurs in different places in the movie, and it's great.
The Republic of Indonesia and the United Nations Development Programme welcomes you to Bali and introduces you to the Capacity Development Platform, Capacity 2015. In the wake of the Rio Earth Summit in 1992, UNDP established a trust fund, enabling developing and transition countries to initiate sustainable development at all levels.
What is your definition of success?
I think success, quite simply, is not letting yourself down. Ultimately, there cannot be one yardstick, one size fits all definitions of success for everybody. Each individual, each man or woman has to know, in my view, what it is that they can set themselves realistically to accomplish. And then they have to judge themselves unsparing and harshly in the light of their own privacy inside their own mind and their own heart, to know whether they have done the best they could do to fulfill what they knew they were capable of fulfilling. That, to me, is success.
Hey, see what happens? See them other horses over there? He want to get next to him. I got to turn his head around. Come on, boy. Turn his head around. Jay, I'm afraid of these horses. Come here, man. Come get on the horse, man. Yo, Jay, stop. Yo, just stop bringing him. Hold him. Stay on, Jay. Don't bring that horse up, man. Jay, don't bring that.
Just get on here. He good.
Cool. I see wearing that shirt to the club.
Grab the man.
Good shirt, dog.
No, go ahead. Come on over here. Help him get on. Help at least give him a boost. Give him the boots you got on. No, give him a boost, not the boots.
You need help getting on, Jay?
No, I'm good.
I decided to just take that leap of faith and never look back. Talking to several people and starting to spend a little bit of time in New York, I really was blessed. And I was introduced to a man by the name of Ray Skills. I really saw something in Ray, and I felt that immediately there was a connection. And I saw Ray's talent. He put some of his designs on the table, and I was like, wow, this guy is a great designer. And there was just something about Ray's spirit and just the way he communicated in the meeting, and I just felt that, you know, he was someone that could really take privacy to the next level. He really delivered on everything that he said he would, and honestly it was the first time that anyone from a design perspective got it. So his passion was just very evident in his actions.
87-year-old Hannah Reinhold is a case in point. She had passed out on her kitchen floor where her son found her. Mrs. Reinhold's right side was completely paralyzed, and she had lost her ability to speak. Her son called for an ambulance that took her to the Maimonides emergency room. There, she was met by Dr. Farkas.
Mrs. Reinhold came to the emergency room suffering from an acute ischemic stroke, which means that a blood vessel in her brain was blocked and that she was suffering from the signs and symptoms of stroke. She was brought up to the interventional suite to try to open the artery from the inside. We were able to pass a device called the Mercy Retriever into the brain and pull back the blood clot that was blocking the blood flow to her brain.
The Mercy Retriever is the newest technology in stroke intervention. This device reaches blood clots in the brain, then captures and removes them without invasive surgery.
I'm by nature independent, you know, and I'm very open and collaborative, provided I know that I can finally do what I want to do, you know. So I will create an atmosphere where everybody contributes, but I know that I have to be responsible for that vision. I've had one Hollywood experience, and it was a picnic making Perez Family. That was the one Hollywood experience, but it wasn't a picnic, you know, trying to work with the studio afterwards. That kind of politics turned me off and basically brought me back to the independence that I know and I love, and I know the risks of it and I know the pain of it, but I know that finally it is mine.
The problem is, the greater the talent, the less creativity, and they don't have fundamentals. Do something. Where is your act? You're playing without an act. You have movement. You have timing. You don't communicate, and you don't act. And here you are, a good-looking boy like you. Did you ever have a girlfriend?
What you get from Marv is the truth. You don't get any coding, and there wasn't a right and a wrong way, there was Marv's way.
Now, wait a minute. What year are you? A senior. Did you start last year? Did you have next, or did you start? Did you ever pass the ball to a teammate and yell shot?
Welcome to the Uptown Movie Network's presentation of Mazzani's newest product for African American women. It's called ThermoSmooth, and it's the latest in a line of Mazzani products geared just to us. For years, African American women have struggled with finding that balance between having straight hair and still having flexibility and movement. So as you sit back and watch today, you'll hear testimonials from Mazzani stylists, clients, and Mazzani executives regarding these superior products and why they are considered to be the champion of beauty for discerning people of African descent around the world. So, Tedra, tell me a little bit about the brand Mazzani.
Oh, I'd love to, Ivana. Mazzani is a salon-exclusive luxury hair care brand that is targeted at women with excessively curly textures and women of African descent. The word Mazzani means balance in Swahili, and from this definition comes the very inspiration for the products. Mazzani believes that you have to have the appropriate balance of elements in your hair, moisture for flexibility, and protein for strength. And once you have these foundational elements, then you can truly have ultimately radiantly healthy hair.
Located in the central Pacific coast of Costa Rica, Old World Charm best describes the French colonial-inspired resort of Villa Caletas. The lush tropical forest complements the most breathtaking sunsets you'll ever see. Relax in the resort's vanishing edge pool that gives the illusion of floating in an endless, alluring sea of turquoise water. Nestled high above the sea on a dramatic cliff, you'll feel like you're in sync with paradise and a world away from it all. Perching over 1,100 feet over the Pacific Ocean, this San Jose resort is impressively surrounded by tropical forest, mountains, and sea. Villa Caletas has its own private beach and offers 180-degree panoramic views overlooking the Gulf Islands.
La gente todavía tiene temor a perder su trabajito o temor a ser discriminado en su comunidad. Entonces es un tópico que todavía, a pesar de que se ha trabajado mucho, se ha dado a conocer la ley, todavía falta trabajar con la comunidad el tema de estigma y discriminación para ir disminuyendo esto.
Somos personas con derechos desde que nacemos. Entonces yo les recomendaría a todas las personas que tienen o conocen personas con VIH, personas que en situaciones de riesgo que en algún momento pueden ser positivas de VIH, con opciones sexuales diferentes, que no estigmaticemos, que no discriminemos, ya sea por su opción sexual o por su condición de salud.
Creo que hay que romper con el estigma y la discriminación, y porque creo que a la mayoría de las personas con VIH nos obligan a cubrirnos con una máscara como que si fuéramos criminales y la verdad no lo somos.